morning, everyone, if you are catching this live. If you're not, welcome to my YouTube channel or my TikTok, wherever you are watching this, maybe Instagram or IGTV. But I know you guys are used to me shuffling, but I pulled a spread this morning and I was called to share it with you because, oh my gosh, I feel like a lot of you still need some alleviation of pressure. I'm seeing like, I don't know, like a water gasket like about to burst because you've been like so anxious. And I feel like you've been seeing these signs a lot. So I'm going to show you that, you know, everything that you've been through, hence the title, your pain was not in vain. Your obstacles, your suffering, you know, it's all worth it. It is all worth it, okay? So I'm gonna hop right into this, but before I do, I wanna make two really quick announcements. So today, if you're watching this live or catching this video today, I am hosting a TikTok live on June 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The live topic is the 5 things I wish I knew before starting my spiritual journey. So I will be talking about, you know, the ups and downs of starting that, how I left a 9-to-5 and became a spiritual entrepreneur, and my journey with regard to that, and then answering any additional questions. And I'll have my tarot decks with me too, so if anyone wants a card pull, I'll be doing that also. So you can RSVP for that. It's a free event through the link in my bio, or the link in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube, okay? It's a free event, okay? So it is tonight, June 18th, or whenever you're watching this, June 18th at 8 p.m. I will be saving it, so if you would like to catch it and you can't watch live, just send me an email and let me know, okay? And the second announcement is that I am hosting a Full Moon in Capricorn group Reiki, which is on June 24th at 8 o'clock. I wanted to do this for you guys so you could have access and experience Reiki if you're new to energy healing, and also give you guys an affordable option if you're not ready for a one-on-one Reiki session. So it's only $22.22. It includes breath work, full body Reiki, okay, so alignment of all your chakras, and then I will be pulling tarot and oracle cards specifically for the full moon energy, so to tell you what new beginnings to expect in your physical reality, because Capricorn is an earth sign and all about striving toward physical goals in life. So you'll get some clarity on like any job or career questions, any finance questions, any love questions, or having to do with relationships, anything to do with like your physical reality and timing of things, okay? So again, that is $22.22. You guys can register for that through the link in my bio or in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube. I only have a few spots left, so make sure you reserve your spot, okay? So let's hop into this, you guys. So I'm gonna start in the first row. Just so you guys know, it's the spread is crazy, so I want to show you what it looks like. It's just like unbelievable. Spirit had a lot of messages. Spirit had a lot, or God, Source, Universe, whatever resonates with you, had a lot of messages this morning. So I am going, of course, there we go. Good angle. Cool, awesome. So let's hop into it. So the first card we got today is the Wheel of Fortune. This is heavy karma energy, heavy karma energy. So what goes around comes around. Treat others as you would like to be treated type of energy, okay? So this card has the 4 fixed signs on this from the zodiac. So that's Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. So this is balance, but also a turning of like a complete 180 in that's going to create stable change, okay? Really stable change. So if you've been doing the work, doing your shadow work, rising above pettiness, like pettiness is a big theme in this spread. I feel like in the past you may have been petty or kind of met someone where they were at, like just stayed at their level rather than rising above and seeing it from a higher perspective. But I feel like you've changed that. So the Wheel of Fortune, like things are turning in your favor. Like I'm hearing like complete 180. And then we got the Two of Swords. Okay, so Two of Swords traditionally is a choice, but it's a mental choice, okay? Because the Swords energy is mental air energy. So all air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, alrighty? But what a lot of people don't realize about this card is that she is the one holding the swords and she is the one who's blindfolded. So she's choosing not to see something, but I feel like you took off the blindfold. You made the choice to choose you, all right? And the reason I say that is because right after this card, we got the Sun. You guys, this is a major arcana. That means it's like a major spiritual theme in your life. The Sun is like the most, it is the most positive card in the deck, the Sun. It is ultimate abundance on every single level possible. Okay, emotional, physical, spiritual. Alrighty, so you made the choice to choose yourself, rise above pettiness, rise above, meeting people where they're at, as far as like any disagreements or staying in like I keep hearing revenge or vengeful mindset or trying to get back at people. You've like really risen above that. Okay, and I wanted some clarity on these cards too, because it was I wanted to understand like how the wheels of fortune were changing, what choices we have made, and then what the Sun energy is leading to. Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune, and I used my Herb Crafters Tarot. Okay, because I guess you could call me like a green witch. I love working with herbs. For anyone who's curious about like my preparation, before I read, I wash my hands. I completely sage and smudge my body with sage and Palo Santo, but I also pick lavender and rosemary from my garden and I rub it in my hands. Lavender brings peace, love, and light, and then rosemary is very protective spiritually, okay? But that's why I chose this Herb Crafters deck. Anyway, so the clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune is it's the Three of Earth in the Herb Crafters deck, so that means Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is like recognition for your hard work, okay? Recognition for what you've started to build. It's like you've started to implement this new life, whether it's you've made a choice to move forward with a new career, a new way of managing your finances, a new way of approaching relationships, even like approaching relationships with yourself, how you approach the relationship with yourself, okay? When I was journaling about this morning, I wrote, I chose myself. That's the choice, the Two of Swords, that's the choice I made, which is leading to this recognition, this I chose to implement these changes, which is turning the wheels of karma in my favor, okay? And I've been saying this for I would say like a week or two now, at least 2 weeks. You are the change maker, curse breaker in your family. So the Wheel of Fortune card is heavy karma, like I said earlier. So you are ending karmic cycles in your family. All past generations in your family did everything that they could. So make sure you honor that, but they were not able to make the changes that you were making. You signed up for this and you're doing the work, okay? So I wanted clarity on the Two of Swords, right? So I said we had a choice. I said that you chose yourself, right? So the choice, sorry, I'm trying to pick up the card. The choice. Okay, so we got Two of Earth, which is Two of Pentacles. You chose balance. okay? You chose balance. Balancing, like I said, anything having to do with earth energy, because Pentacles is all earth energy. So anything to do with your family, anything to do with your finances, anything to do with your job or career or with your physical body, like your health, you chose to balance that out, all right? And you stepped into the Empress energy. Empress, oh my gosh, we got a lot of major arcana cards here, you guys, which are big life themes, big like faded changes, okay? So you stepped into this Empress energy. Empress is, in traditional tarot, in the photo, she is pregnant. She's surrounded by like lush greenery, flowers, the sun. It's just a beautiful card. I mean, this is too, but you have stepped into your power, into your sovereignty, into a higher state of being, and you opened yourself up energetically to abundance, okay? And it's also a very, my guides are like coming in. It's also a very like motherly, maternal energy. So it's almost like you mothered yourself. You gave yourself love, okay? You opened yourself up to self-love so you could understand that you are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of this luxury, okay? This happiness. So third card in this row is the Sun. So, like I said earlier, and then the clarifier for the Sun is the Five of Water. Really pretty card. So the Five of Water is the Five of Cups. So in traditional tarot, I actually think it was on the bottom. No. So Five of Cups in traditional tarot, it's like, how can I explain it? It's a guy in a black cloak with a gray sky, and he's looking at like these 3 cups that are spilled, and behind him there's 2 cups that are still full. So it's like grief, depression, like leaving behind things that no longer serve you, but there's a promise that things are gonna turn around, okay? It's like the grieving process. So grieving the old you, grieving the loss of any relationships with friends or family that you had to release, okay? I'm hearing like big tower moments, big demolishing of foundations, big demolishing of what you knew, so the new could come in, okay? So like no more Five of Cups energy. Like again, we got 2 big abundance cards, the Empress and the Sun. To me, Empress is like love, true abundance of self-love, and then the Sun is just abundance of everything. Absolutely everything. Okay. Now, more messages. I feel like, so we got the Ace of Cups with the Nine of Water, which is the Nine of Cups. So the Ace of Cups, any aces are new beginnings. Cups are emotions, water energy, okay? So Ace of Cups is like a new emotional beginning. Complete emotional turnaround, okay? You've heard the saying like, refill your cup. Okay, you refilled your cup. Your cup is overflowing like that. The divine guided you to refill your cup. And then we have Nine of Water. Really beautiful card. Nine of Water is the Nine of Cups. Okay, Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. Wish is coming true because you decided, you made the choice to fill your cup. Okay, you chose you. That's like the big theme here. You chose yourself over other people, over people pleasing, over who they told you you should be. You stepped into who you were meant to be, okay? You're currently stepping into that. All right, so Nine of Water or Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Like you guys wanted a new emotional beginning. I think some of you just didn't realize how much work it was gonna take, but you did it. Me included, like I had a lot of really crazy tower moments, but in retrospect, it was all worth it. I always use the example, like when you're dating and you go through a breakup, it hurts like hell. It hurts so much when you're going through the breakup, but then once you're like over the grieving process and you look back, you're like, oh my gosh, those lessons helped me so much. I'm so glad I went through that experience, but I would never date that person ever again. Basically saying like, thank you, old self. Thank you, past, for all the lessons, but I'm not going back to that. I am not going back to that. I'm over it. And guys, so Page of Pentacles. Okay. So the aces are about new beginnings. The pages are like messengers. So this is like step 2. Okay. Step 2. Jess, let me know how this is resonating for you. I always love your comments. So yeah, Page of Pentacles. So there's a message coming through regarding like improvement in something with regard to the Pentacle suit. So improvement in a relationship with family or friends, improvement in like, I'm hearing like contracts or a legal issue, improvement in like your financials, improvement in, oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. Physical improvements, family, money, career. Okay, yeah. So if you applied for a job, a message is going to come through very soon. If you are wanting to leave a job, this is the sign to do it. That's part of your new beginning. Okay. And the clarifier for this card is the 8 of Fire, which in traditional tarot is 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands, we got this card yesterday actually. 8 of Wands, think of it like a catapult. It's like so quick, very fast communication. It's a refreshing moment when you realize your life is better without someone you thought you needed to have in it. Oh my gosh, yes, Jess, you were so spot on. Can I just tell you guys a really fast story? So I'm getting married this year and I had 6 bridesmaids. One bridesmaid I'm no longer friends with. We just had a big falling out back in March, so dropped her. One of my really good girlfriends that I wasn't friends with as long as the previous bridesmaid was like, I'll be a backup bridesmaid. I was like, okay, great, perfect. I refilled the spot right away. And then we had a tower moment and we're no longer friends. And that just ended actually on the day of the lunar eclipse on May 26th. I'll never forget it. And it was like, that was a very chaotic like ending of friendship. So I'm like, I'm clearly not meant to have 6 bridesmaids. So I didn't fill the 6th spot. Now I only have 5. But anyway, just as an example of a tower moment I went through, like the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Anyway, so 8 of Wands. So this is just the universe saying, like I said what I said. I told you like a message is coming through about something to do with a job, career, family, a relationship, money, some sort of like legal issue. Okay, this is giving me justice vibes. Oh, for sure. Oh, 100%. It's funny you say that because that happened with my bridesmaids and then my grandma died last week. So believe me, I totally get it. Like I've gone through both in like the last month and it's been ridiculous, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. And then you guys, it literally, I feel like throughout like this last week, the energy in the collective has been very like up and down. Like there have been high moments. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that. There have been like lots of highs and lows, emotional highs and lows. Like one day, like, or when you wake up in the morning and you have your coffee or tea or whatever you drink, you're like, yeah, this is a great day. Like I'm chilling, like I'm good to go. And then like midday comes or nighttime comes and you're like, oh my God, my life sucks. Like I'm so anxious, blah. Or like you have highs and lows like every other day. That's the energy I've been feeling. And that's why I think the spreads have been so similar. Because of that like up and down energy. Okay. I don't know why, but my guides are saying like up and down blood sugar. I don't know if you guys have felt like hypoglycemic, like if your blood sugar's been like this, okay. That could be for someone very specific, but stress does cause elevations and drops in blood sugar because your body releases more blood sugar into your bloodstream when you are stressed. Okay, so it actually raises your blood sugar. Hey Danny, I'm not collabing with anyone on the live right now because I have quite a bit to get through, but if you have a question or something, please feel free to add a comment. But thanks for the request, I really appreciate it. If you want to schedule something, we can definitely do that. Anyway, so make sure that you guys are taking care of your stress levels and eating properly. Okay, make sure you're taking care of your stress levels and eating properly. I said this the other day too, because stress can increase your blood sugar, which can kind of deter weight loss efforts or cause unwanted weight gain, and specifically fat accumulation. So an increase of body fat, which is metabolically very unhealthy. You don't want that to happen. So make sure you're eating plenty of fiber, you're eating consistently throughout the day, you're drinking plenty of water, and you're practicing self-care. Like, get into a self-care routine that's easy and simple that you can consistently do. Meditating, taking salt baths, walking outside in nature, grounding your energy, all that fun stuff. So after the Page of Pentacles and Eight of Wands, so new beginnings in some sort of like physical realm, right? We got the Ten of Cups. We got the Ten of Cups, you guys. I mean, if you can't tell from the picture, this is like emotional fulfillment on every level, fulfillment on every single level. Happy home, stability, peace, both inner and outer peace, okay? This is like what you've been I'm hearing what you've been waiting for. What you have been waiting for. And then the clarifier for this is the Three of Air, which traditionally is the Three of Swords. Okay, so the Three of Swords in traditional tarot, you guys have probably seen it. It's literally a big red heart with three swords cutting through the heart completely. So what Spirit is saying is that that Three of Swords energy is over. Like, you are stepping out of that grief, that heartache, that suffering, those like heart-wrenching moments. Okay, what I'm being shown is like someone like reaching into my chest and grabbing my heart and like just crushing it. Like, those heart-wrenching moments are done. Like, this is what is being ushered in. Ten of Cups. All right, we're moving along. Guys, this is just so good. Please stick around for this. It just gets better and better and better and better. All right, so we got the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, to me, I know, me too, Jess, I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Anyway, Seven of Pentacles. So to me, this is saying like, you guys have tried a lot of things throughout your life. You've tried a lot of things, alrighty? I'm hearing like trial and error. Like, you may have tried a lot of different career paths. You may have tried a lot of different approaches to your relationships, tried a lot of different ways of managing your finances, I'm hearing like avoidance, tried different tactics to avoid things that you really shouldn't be avoiding, but in the physical realm. So avoiding dealing with relationship issues, avoiding dealing with managing your finances, avoiding like a legal issue, like skating around things, like beating around the bush, okay? Because he or she, I don't associate gender in my cards, but the person is looking down at what they're growing, but they're a little frustrated. So that's why I get the trial and error. It's like, okay, I've tried this and it didn't work. I tried that and it didn't work. Okay. However, we have the clarifier is the Knight or Adelita of Water, which in traditional tarot is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is like the most dreamy, romantic, creative knight. Knights are all about action, okay? So you have taken an emotionally guided action that is taking you out of this Seven of Pentacles energy, okay? It's going to continue to lead to growth, but it's almost like the approach that you are taking now after all the trial and error, because you've learned so much, is leading you down a higher path, a better path, a more abundant path. And I say that because I'm telling you guys, we've got so many major arcana cards, big life themes, okay? Because you went through a lot of metaphorical death. Metaphorical, okay? All right, you could have lost people too in your life, but this is more grieving like ego deaths, like leaving behind old versions of you. The Death card is probably one of the most positive cards in the entire deck because it is The theme is transformation. All right, you are leaving behind all that serves you. Death is coming in on his white horse to take away everything that no longer serves you, everything that was weighing you down. Okay, thank you. And the clarifier for this card is the 5 of Earth. You can see the house is kind of rickety. The 5 of Earth in traditional tarot is the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles in the photo is like these two guys out in like a snowstorm, and they're like beaten and battered. Like one guy I think only has one leg, and they're outside of a church. But in the church you can see that I think it's the 6 of Pentacles. I forget what the photo is. But that just means that there's better times. Like the divine is guiding you through this transformation. So no more 5 of Pentacles moments, okay? No more feeling like you're left out in the cold, feeling like nothing is ever going to work out for you, okay? And because you went through all that transformation, don't feel like you have to like forge ahead fast, okay? And I say that because 4 of Swords energy. 4 of Swords energy is like rest after a battle. Like this is the card after the 3 of Swords, which we got earlier. So the 3 of Swords, like I said, is that big red heart with the 3 swords going through it. This is the card after it. So after you've gone through that heartache, after you've dealt with those emotions, now is the time to rest, recuperate, all right? Reflect on the lessons, integrate them through meditation, through resting, alrighty? He or she has laid down his sword, okay? Lay it to rest. The clarifier for this, you guys, is the World card. We have a lot of circle symbolism here, a lot of circle symbolism coming full circle, going full circle, okay? The World card is like honoring your past but moving forward into like the most beautiful direction. And on top of that, we got the Empress. Are you kidding me? You guys, we also have a lot of travel cards here. A lot of travel cards. So you may be traveling across the world to another coast, or just traveling in general very, very soon because of some sort of resolution, some sort of rebalancing in your life. This could also be saying like celebrate your successes by taking a trip, like treat yourself, okay? All right, so that was the tarot. So I'm gonna get into like the bottom of the decks in a second, but I'm gonna get into some oracle stuff. So my Moonology deck, alrighty? So these are things that you are not seeing, things that are hidden, all right? So we got New Moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. So make sure that you are maintaining balance between being pragmatic, practical, and listening to your intuition. It's like a balance between the intellect and intuition. All right, Aquarius is very structured, very pragmatic, always has like a very well executed plan laid out, and that's fine. Like, yes, but make sure that you feel your way through this as well. All right, like I said, make sure, so what I'm hearing is make sure you deal with your emotions so that your practical actions aren't misguided. Okay, the next card we got in the Moonology is don't let your pride get in the way. Okay, so full moons shed light on things that are hidden. It's also culmination. So I feel like you left your ego at the door. This is what I'm hearing. You left your ego at the door. And because you did that, I did a tarot clarifier for this. We have the King of Pentacles, you guys. The King of Pentacles, like, this is long-term stability, okay? You have built this lush life for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, he honors the past, but he doesn't go back to it. He's stable on his throne, okay? This is very like divine masculine energy. So like the action that you guys took by shutting your ego down, leaving your ego at the door, opened you up. It opened you up to this long-term sustained abundance, taking the right form of action for you to grow, all right? And then we have new moon in Libra. Okay, a new romantic cycle begins. Now this could mean love. This definitely could mean love, like a new person coming in, or a reigniting of passion or spark in a relationship that you are currently in. But this also could be a new love of self. This could also mean like a renewed sense of love of life. Okay, Libra again is all about the scales. We've gotten a lot of I'm surprised that the Justice card, which is a major arcana card, didn't come through, but we have a lot of scale energy, balancing of the scales. Alrighty, so I feel like there's some like sort of justice coming through. Like I said, this is a very karmic card as well, like karmic justice. You know, like if you did all the right things, you know, you treated others as you would like to be treated, what goes around comes around. Expect the best. We have a lot of positive cards here. So again, like anything to do with like a contract or I'm hearing divorce, anything to do with like a divorce, a separation, any type of legal issue is going to go in your favor, in the direction to benefit you. Okay. But also like a new love of self. You're balancing divine masculine, divine feminine. Okay. It's almost like a balance between rest and action as well. And the clarifier for the new moon in Libra card is the 5 of Swords. Okay. So again, so this person to me in this card represents ego very much. And the clouds, you see how they're really jagged? That represents to me a lot of like chaos and obstacles. So this person is like smirking. He's looking at these two people walking away all like bloodied and bruised, like really beat up, right? But I feel like you're leaving this behind, like leaving your pride behind, leaving vanity behind, like clearing out the pettiness. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Like I said earlier in the reading, this person in me represents pettiness. These two people, I feel like, are you. Okay, walking away from being petty, walking away from fighting for the sheer, like, just to fight, fighting just to fight, right? And so swords are air energy. This is mental energy. So this is like you're not beating yourself up anymore. You are not beating yourself up anymore mentally, in your mind. You are mastering your thought processes. Okay, you are not letting your ego overcome the truth of you. Okay, you are not letting your ego sway you from understanding who you truly are, this sovereign being, this oh my god, where'd she go? He or she, sorry. This Empress energy, this beautiful abundant energy. You are sovereign. Okay, the Empress to me is like the most like sovereign, like luxurious card in tarot. It really is. All right. So I'm getting into another oracle deck. It's called the Chakra Insight Oracle. So this tells me like what chakras are a big point of focus right now. So we have guidance. So the color is very light purple. So this is crown chakra. So you guys have been receiving a lot of guidance. You guys may feel like very lightheaded or flighty. You might feel a little extra anxiety and the need to ground your energy a little bit more because you are receiving so many friggin' downloads. You could be having headaches too, or crazy dreams. If you are, put it in the comments if this resonates, guys. But you are following this divine guidance. It is coming through loud and clear, okay? And then we got divine consciousness, okay? So divine consciousness, another crown chakra card, right? So interconnection, expansion, oneness, and light. You are, like I said, you are connecting with your higher self. You are expanding into this higher version of you because you finally, yeah, my guides are like, oh my God, it's about time you guys listened. You finally followed the guidance. A lot of indigestion. Yeah, just that's a lot of stress. So, and the anxiety when you're getting a lot of downloads, the divine sometimes doesn't realize that physical body, we need to have some balance between the lower chakras and the higher chakras. So make sure you're grounding your energy. Listen to 432 hertz on the solfeggio frequency. Play it in your car. plate. I'm actually playing that in my house right now to just ground your energy. You don't need to like really, and even before you go to sleep, that would be really helpful, but the morning is probably the best to kind of just ground your energy right away, because you're getting so much, so many downloads, so much information coming from the divine. And because you followed this guidance, you guys, this is just confirmation for the abundance. So the sacral chakra, if I had to choose a suit for the sacral chakra, it would be two. It would be cups. Actually, it would just be cups. Oh, you're welcome, Jess, no problem. Yeah, if you guys have questions as I'm going along, please feel free to ask. So sacral chakra to me is the suit of cups in tarot, because the element for the sacral chakra is water. So letting things flow, emotional fulfillment. So your sacral chakra is your center of creativity. Your divine feminine is located there. It's also how you connect emotionally with your body and how you connect physically with another person, but in an emotional way, like your sexuality, your sensuality, all your desires. But it's also how you allow things to flow into your life. What I was going to say earlier is that I would associate the suit of pentacles with this as well, because this is how you allow the universe to flow abundance into your life. Okay, this is like your openness to abundance, because that is where your divine feminine is located. All right, now I'm almost done. The self-care portion here. So it's so funny, because we have the two, actually I'll get into it, but we have 3 crown chakra cards. So when I pulled the Connect with Crystals card, I immediately got grounding crystals. Like Axonite is one of my favorites. Very, very grounding. Smoky quartz as well is really helpful in grounding your energy. Petrified wood. Any of those would be really helpful. And any of like the darker crystals, anything that is red or brown or black, are going to be very grounding. They will connect to your root and your earth chakras, okay? So connecting with grounding crystals is what I'm getting. I don't want to say avoid, but I would work more so with grounding crystals, or have a grounding crystal in one hand and then a more high vibe crystal in another. So maybe having like a clear quartz in one hand and then a smoky quartz in another, or like an obsidian or a black tourmaline and like an amethyst. Okay, because amethyst is high vibe, but it's more of like a calm, serene energy, and it actually is associated with the third eye and the crown chakra. So maybe it's like just to balance out the higher and lower chakras, because the theme of balance is very much prevalent right now. All right, next card for self-care is make an altar. So when I was journaling about this, when my guides came through, they were like, money altar. And I'm like, okay, well, I haven't been feeling like the magic vibes lately. I practice candle magic sometimes, but the past couple weeks I haven't felt called to because of the eclipse energy. Eclipse energy, if you are not well versed in practicing magic or like candle magic, don't do it during eclipses. The energy, reason being the energy is very chaotic. But when I journaled about this, it was more like a gratitude altar after I meditated on it a little bit. A gratitude altar. What are the things in your life that you are grateful for? Okay, like another message that came through this morning was attitude of gratitude. Celebrate your small victories. Celebrate what you currently have. It's so funny. There was something I saw on Instagram a couple days ago, and it popped in my mind this morning when I was meditating. So I think the meme said, you don't realize what you have until you see someone else receive it who has less than you. So the photo, that I saw on Instagram was of this little girl, and she clearly, was impoverished. Okay, she clearly came from a low-income family, because you could tell by her clothes and whatever. and there were a bunch of people like surrounding her, and it was her birthday. So there was this big table, and there was a big like sheet cake with candles and like, you know, fun foods that you had when you were a kid, right? Like at a party, like chips and soda and like whatever else. And the little girl whose birthday it was, she was so overcome with gratitude that she was crying, like streaming tears down her face. And we don't think about that sometimes. Like when, at least for me, as an example, when I was a kid, like I just expected those things. I mean, I was grateful, but like you just come to expect it because my family could afford to do that for me, right? There are so many families that can't afford to do that. So it's like reminding yourself of the very many blessings that you have. And when you step into that energy of gratitude, any fears or anxieties tend to like wash away. Your anxiety like lowers, all right? And I say this all the time, you guys, fear is a choice. Fear is a choice. You choose to be fearful, okay? Because if you really trusted the divine, you would never fear anything, okay? Like, who are we to say like, oh, God can't do this, God can't do that. God could do anything. So there's no reason to stress. There's no reason to fear, okay? You have the choice to do that, to be fearful or to trust and have complete faith. So make an altar. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. Make an altar for all the things that you're grateful for, even the smallest of things: running water, fresh flowers, I don't know, clean air, clean clothes, your family, memories, you know what I'm saying? Your friends, the money you have in your bank account. That's a big one. So when I heard money altar, I'm like, be grateful for all the money you have. And then the last self-care card is positive affirmations. Now, what I'm hearing with this is keep it simple. Don't overthink it, okay? Like the affirmations written on her are really, really basic, right? Like, I am brave and beautiful. I choose love. I love myself. I am worthy and grateful. I am healthy and happy. Like whatever calls to you, I'm hearing journal them, write them down, and repeat them, okay? This will be very, very helpful. All right, I feel like some of you have not taken these steps. You're kind of just like sitting, and so I'll get to this. This is a clarifier card, but you're sitting in this fear energy. You're sitting in this like 9 of Swords energy, just anxiety, sitting up at night, just like, oh my God, like what is tomorrow gonna bring? Well, rather than focusing on the negatives that tomorrow can bring, why not focus on the positives? Tomorrow isn't here yet. Tomorrow isn't here yet. So why are you anticipating negative? You're going to attract that if you think negative, okay? All right, so the last and final row is everything that was under the decks. Okay, so all the decks I just went through, these are the cards that were underneath once I flipped them over. Oh good, I'm so glad that that resonated. Okay, so under my traditional tarot deck, we have the Hanged Man, okay? So this person in this card is voluntarily hanging here, okay? He chooses to be here. This is another major arcana card. The Hanged Man is seeing things from a different perspective, okay? Kind of looking, kind of like observing what you used to do and deciding to change it, alrighty? Also, and this isn't a traditional meaning, but I read intuitively, this is saying you're okay with being different. You're okay with seeing the world in like a topsy-turvy way. You know what I mean? It's like seeing the world differently than the majority of the population who live, this is the clarifier for this card, who live in this anxiety, fear-ridden space, reality. You are deciding to see life in a much different way. You're deciding to see life in a much different way, okay? You are rising above this 9 of Swords energy, okay? 9s are all about endings, and endings bring forth beginnings, all right? So if you haven't decided to do this, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be different. That's also what this is saying to me too. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to think differently. Swords, remember, is air energy. It's mental energy, the mind, how you think. Don't be afraid to think differently than the crowd. Okay? And then from the Moonology, we have faith in your dreams. To me, this is a keep going card. Keep going. This message has been coming through like crazy. This is the universe, spirit, whatever, saying, I said what I said. I keep repeating myself, but I'm going to keep telling you the same thing until you like integrate it here. Heart, mind, body, soul. Have faith in your dreams. Okay? Whatever you've been trying to manifest, it's coming. Like spirit's like, we know it. You've been waiting. We get it. We totally get it. All right. And it's just, I keep making this, but I feel like my fingers get smaller and smaller as I continue doing readings. As we get closer again to the full moon in Capricorn, which is happening June 24th. Oh, which reminds me, you guys, really quick, 2 little things. So June 18th, which is today, if you're watching this, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm hosting a free live on TikTok. The topic is 5 things that I wish I knew before starting my spiritual journey. So I'm going to go through those 5 things for me personally. I'm going to go through my spiritual journey, how I got to where I am, how I left my 9 to 5 and became an entrepreneur, and also how my relationship dynamic changed and is now with my fiance. Okay. And then the second small announcement is talking about the full moon in Capricorn. That is on June 24th, next week, right? So I am hosting for the first time a group Reiki and breathwork session. It's completely virtual, okay? It's only $22.22, so you'll get breathwork, Reiki, and a tarot and oracle spread, alrighty? Leveraging the energy from the full moon in Capricorn, okay? So if you would like to RSVP to either of those events, the links are in the description box in my bio. All right, like I said, the group Reiki is on June 24th at 8 p.m. for the full moon in Capricorn. It's only $22. Okay, so very affordable. And then the live, which is June 18th, today, if you're watching this live right now, is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will have access to both if you can't make the live sessions, okay? And back to the Moonology. Yeah, I'm super stoked for this group Reiki, you guys. It's the first time I'm offering it, so you guys can get a taste of Reiki and learn how to leverage full moon energy. So I'm just very, very excited. If you're interested in coming, let me know. Anyway, so I was saying, hold your vision, okay? Have faith in your dreams. And I was like, Spirit was like, pick up the card and look what's underneath it. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. Oh my God. Hello. What have I been saying? What have I been saying, you guys? Now, under the Mama Jamma, I love that Instagram tag, that name. That's awesome. Okay, perfect. So, if you want to tell me your name, if you're comfortable, the links to do that. Awesome, Jess. Cool. So, both links to RSVP for both events are in the link in my bio on my Instagram. Okay. You'll see them. They're very like apparent. They're at the very top. Carla. Oh, Carla, nice to meet you. But yeah, so once this live is done, you guys can go there and you can register very easily. It's all through my brand new website. I'm so stoked. It took me so long and it's finally like right where I want it. But anyway, let me hop back into this because I keep getting derailed. Yeah, okay, so we got on the bottom of the Chakra Insight Oracle deck, we got Crown Chakra. Like I said, heavy Crown Chakra activations. Might be feeling flighty, a lot of headaches, kind of feeling like very, I don't know, airy, brain foggy a little bit. All right, oh, Carla, thank you. Probably, God works in mysterious ways. So yeah, heavy crown chakra energy. So like I said, make sure you're working with crystals that ground your energy in the lower chakras and also balancing the crown chakra as well. Heavy amethyst vibes, guys. Heavy amethyst. And that's very easy to get. Yeah, so, and this is crazy. So we have another crown chakra card here, faith. What did I say? Surrender to the divine. We got in the Moonology card, and then in a completely different deck, we got faith. So that's like God, source, universe, whatever, saying, I said what I said. Yep, so carnelian is grounding. Okay, so Carla, if you're drawn to amethyst, then crown chakra needs some attention. I'm also hearing omega-3s, you guys. For those who are new here, my background is in health and wellness. I have my master's degree in nutrition and dietetics. So crown chakra is associated with your pituitary gland, which has everything to do with your circadian rhythm. Okay, so that's your sleep-wake cycle. So if you're having any type of sleep issue, brain fog, any type of like headaches, trouble focusing, trouble recalling memory, or anything like that, that could be heavy crown chakra energy. So omega-3s can help with that. Magnesium also, okay? Magnesium and omega-3s, just so you guys know, okay? I'll also be talking about some health stuff in the full moon group Reiki as well. So I'll be telling you guys how to balance your chakras energetically with crystals, but also nutritionally as well. Okay. And last but not least, lots of sleep issues. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, magnesium, especially for you, especially, if you're not having with sleep, I take magnesium. Yes. Take the omega-3s. Honestly, you guys, if you would like a supplement recommendation, I can DM it to you guys if you're comfortable with that. Just let me know if you're comfortable with that. Just say, yes, I'm cool with it. Because I don't solicit people. I don't send you stuff unless you ask for it. But yeah, so the best combination is magnesium, omega-3s, and vitamin D for sleep and stress. Sleep and stress. Alrighty. Okay, perfect. So I'll be sure to send that to you guys. All right. Thanks for your permission. But yeah, so that could be why sleep issues, especially because like the divine, your spirit guides are like sending you so much information. Okay. Yes, I mean, you can finish that, but sometimes it's easier when you take a combo supplement rather than taking 3 different. I used to work in the supplement industry, believe it or not, and it's just so much easier. Oh, you're so welcome. But yeah, so, damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so you guys could be having like crazy dreams as well. I'm hearing dream school. So if you guys may be having dreams about being in a classroom, being taught something, being, I don't know, like taking an online course, or some sort of like guidance, like being guided somewhere by someone, walking through water, walking through a landscape you don't recognize, something along those lines. Heavy dream school vibes. Basically, that means that your divine team is upgrading you energetically in your dream state. So that can cause you to wake up feeling very tired because mentally and energetically you've been through a lot in your sleep state. Okay, so that could be why you're waking up tired as well, if you are waking up tired. All right. You also could be waking up at like really obscure times, like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I'm hearing like 4:11, 3:11, something along those lines. All right. And then last but not least, this is the last card, I promise you, is dance. Okay, so to me, this is like, I'm laughing because it's just like release, man. Like sometimes when I'm cleaning my house, you guys are gonna laugh, I pull a Tom Cruise moment and I like put white socks on and I'm literally just like, I have hardwood floors. I'm like gliding across the floor with like my broom or my mop and I put some crazy ass music on and I'm just like dancing or whatever. Just to have fun. Like to me, this is like just move to have fun. Like if you want to take a Zumba class or if you just want to dance around in your house. Like I mentioned earlier, my grandmother passed away. It's funny, I'm a psychic medium, so I feel her around me a lot. And I've been dancing more or like playing a lot of like big band music, like Frank Sinatra. Because she used to play that when I was little. So, yeah, kitchen dancing, it's the best because you're by yourself. So who cares what you look like when you're dancing? I am not a dancer. I'm not good at dancing. But it's just to have fun, lighten your energy, lighten your load a little bit for a little while. Like another message I wrote down when I was channeling this morning is it ain't serious. It ain't so serious. Okay. Your guides, my guides, they're like, you need to chill out. Like, just chill, man. Like, you're okay right now. Everything is okay. And just wait. I'm hearing a week, because the, next week is a crazy week astrologically, you guys, okay? Next week is a crazy week astrologically. Mercury retrograde is ending, okay? So all that brain fogginess, all like that miscommunication energy is going away. Technology will finally start working. No more glitchy crap, okay? And then the full moon in Capricorn is on June 24th, all right? So the full moon in Capricorn is culminating a 6-month cycle. So it would be helpful if you guys feel called to look back to January 13th of this year. What themes were going on? Like, what themes started in January 13th in your life? Like big, like Capricorn themes. Anything to do with like your career and balance between work and home life, anything to do with your family, anything to do with your finances, okay? What were the themes, or what projects did you start? Because the full moon happening on June 24th is a culmination. Everything is coming together. That is when the new beginning is coming, okay? So make sure you check what the themes were on January 13th of this year, okay? But yeah, don't take it so seriously, y'all. You're doing just fine. New beginnings coming, especially next week with all this like heavy energy being lifted with the full moon and with Mercury retrograde ending. I'm so happy for that. Yeah, if you haven't, I'm hearing also, if you haven't had an ex come back yet, they're really thinking about it. Don't fall into it. If you have an ex coming back or reaching out to you or whatever, cut that shit off. I'm very physical, like when spirit talks to me. So it's like wiping your hands. Like, no, cut it off. Don't even entertain it. Don't entertain it. You are so close to all this shit being over. Don't take a step back. This is all about moving forward. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All right. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this live and the reading. Please let me know in the comments if it resonated and what resonated with you. And then, like I said, for the free live, where the topic is the 5 things I wish I knew before starting my spiritual journey, that will be tonight or June 18th at 8 p.m. on TikTok. Okay. And then my first, I'm so excited, full moon group Reiki session for the full moon in Capricorn is on June 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The links to register for both events are through the link in my bio on Instagram or in the description box on YouTube. I really hope to see you guys there.